They got rid of Lich as well. It's just a...
Wait, Bane's still there. Do you not like Bane? Are you saying you don't like Bane? Oh, there's the Timber.
I don't see Magic Wand being picked up at all, besides if you play against the Bristleback, against the Batrider.
Is that what just because we've all sort of the race bands and braces
are way better.
Yeah, there's just better sort of little variants.
Or if you're facing the fight.
Yes. First Blood, Alliance.
There's not much you can do about that one, folks.
Now I'm going to bring the Phoenix in.
I don't know if that's the right move here. I'm pretty sure PA is going to get annihilated up top by himself. You cannot lane this, especially when he's at a full level disadvantage. 2 Wraith Bands will help his last hitting, but still.
Just what I've been waiting for.
It's pretty pointless to harass Timbersaw.
Yeah, you
Follow the answer to that.
Yeah, but it's going to get... I mean, I like this in the sense that because they're forcing a swap back, Luna Tri-Lane, like, look, you know, it's the chasing power that you have with the but oh my, like that. You see what I'm talking about?
Oh, okay.
That is a 1,000 almost HP Underlord that just dies from...
Definitely not going to be an easy game, but on the bright side there, Kunkka is doing very well in the mid lane. Also 12 to 9.
I'm still like, how... Like, surely that... The really hurt Kunkka. Like, he really is not the hero that he wants to be.
The thing is, you still have ability to give you bonus damage on knives. No one else has that.
That's true. For the laning, and I mean, the boat rum is always...
This is the thing about the Timber pick, where he's just got to make sure he pressures. What was the game we watched yesterday with the Timber Saw? Was that Liquid? Yeah. Matumba Man just straight up pushed 5 towers by himself by 20 minutes. I want to see Boxy do something similar.
I'm going to say the Torrent combo missed it by Chelsea. It doesn't look like it'll matter though. They still have the snowball.
Oh, he's very speedy.
They should have.
He's running away. They don't have the extra vision.
I mean, he's
got the stick charge.
making them spend their time.
Oh, dodges the torrent. Oh, he's stuck. Oh.
Good try, but worth it. That's an empty.
It doesn't matter.
Same thing that I told JJ before. We're gonna see some techies today.
Yeah, this is the day of
If you remember the Kuala Lumpur qualifiers, it were the same type of matches as the ones that, for example, had Nip not ban out a single hero in the matches that they had at that point. This fight, by the way, is going pretty decently for the final tribe. Was going pretty decently for the final tribe.
It works in that you force the Timber back up top and you have a relatively even trade. Both carries are suffering, which I think is a big plus for the squad of Alliance, because PA doesn't really deal with a Timber Saw that becomes very far ahead of him. And in fact, you have a real difficult time even touching him. Where's the magic damage from the side of Final Tribe outside of a Kunkka combo and maybe an Underlord too? Alright, quick, we'll see a Holy Locket on the Timber again.
Yeah, I want to see it.
So strong in this game. I actually think that item makes the hero possibly just busted. Yesterday I saw Timber...
If she gets behind, she has an easier time getting the stacks in the jungle going, and she doesn't necessarily need that much other than her aura. She actually is really useful buffing up her teammates. Isn't that PA obviously
in
kind
CIS region, I saw Luna's getting 2 points in Lucent Beam and just maxing other spells. You want to farm the jungle and then join the team, farm team. Most primary attribute is possible. Look at this hero.
Yeah, very nice play from Boxy. Perfect spell placement.
Double stack.
Oh.
Will he get it?
Oh. Oh, he got it. He's got it. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's got it.
The valley.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Gonna be really low.
Oh no, they're gonna catch Timber up top of the X, but oh, just kidding.
Perfect timing with the chain. Obviously, pull himself away from the combo.
Oh no.
Dragged back. On them lane Alliance, they find themselves the big one. They get Frost. They knock that.
Oh, Hans gun. The glove is there to catch the gank. Alliance will take that kill.
Top of the BKB. There is a pipe ready for the Underlord, so they do have the defensive capabilities. Alliance are good to push. Quakefoot on the hunt for Chessie.
Of damage mitigation when you consider no one on Alliance is really capable of purchasing those items. It's going to be a big advantage. That represents like 1,000 health per player on his team.
alone.
There's somewhere here.
Okay, Timbersaw, by the way, though, does that. I forgot. Pure damage.
That's stuff.
Radiant's middle tower.
Trying to force a move. Yeah, I mean, when Panda uses a split, he just...
Oh!
PA has BKB.
Base race!
Luna will win this with the DK, but keep in mind, PA is doing a lot of damage back there.
Base
He's
race!
winning. That's the change
Blightstone.
of the talent.
Oh!
Yep. She can jump to the creeps as long as they don't die.
Do they cancel some TPs here?
And no tier 3 tower down on that side. The base race actually has PA doing...
TFT won the
more
base
damage.
race. They got a tier 2.
They have a Centaur now.
Oh. Kill the egg.
Well, they're just killing the
Oh,
egg.
they're just going to kill everyone now, aren't they? Just hit them.
Oh my god, Frost. He still has ulti on Luna along with the Aegis. Foxy is full HP.
What? They're trying to get back him with the Eclipse, but Mickey, he's sort of eclipsed inside the trees. He can't get out to do any damage with it. It's always, you got to remember, it's inflated by the fact that we're just much better collecting stats now. So we don't know, you know, that's always such a huge factor when you hear these things. Oh, nowadays, more people stick chocolate up their bum than they did 20 years ago. Well, 20 years ago, we weren't going around checking them and putting, you know, a dairy milk up their bottom.
That's very good.
I love you all.
That's a very
Never
good
knew
point.
that.
It's how we collect the data.
And that is important, and it leads to a greater point, which is that statistics lie. In fact, it's a fact that about 70% of all statistics are just pulled out of one's bum. Like that one, dairy milk in, stats out. Don't trust what people say, most of all me.
Pushing the base. Damn they, oh, they don't have Chessie for 20 seconds still.
Yeah, no buyback.
So Lions should,
still pushing bottom.
they should be able to grab at least the racks.
Yeah, now he's got Deso.
Yeah, sell this time, guys.
Sell his Nago
sold
for
his
5
Tango,
gold.
but it wasn't enough.
Wasn't enough?
Sell a Wraith Band. No, JK, don't do that. It's the most broken
Will
out
he
game.
have it
do
in
that.
5 seconds is the question. I don't think they're going to
He
try.
doesn't have the Deso. He's 10 gold short.
They got it.
There we go. What did he? Wait, what did he get?
Oh, box.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They have no stuns, though.
Radiant got a tower up top.
Oh, the tier 1 tower that the Creeps got gave him the money for the Deso. Good job, Creeps.
Will they actually be able to do the damage? Looks like
Oh,
no.
high man, hoot stomp. And now the Eclipse, they're coming in, Alliance, ready to look for the cleanup. But Chessie wants the BKB, tried to snap the cleave, but they've lost the egg. The Phoenix is dead. 70 seconds without the Phoenix. They do get the X mark on the Tiger, dragging him back. He's going to have hoot stomp again. Can he get it out? Yes, he can of the two of them, but the Turnbull saves there. He tries for the double edge, but he's already dead. They've lost 2 on Alliance. TFT only lose 1.
Reeve Aura kept them alive back. They got smacked. Marched out of the army, straight into the major. Big part of that, the Moo Timber in game 1. It's a very similar build.
Oh, Tiger's in. Man, hoot stomp. They're going in with quite. The Tiger's falling low. Try and get himself away with the Stampede. He's still alive for now. Frost falling incredibly low, but he's going to keep himself alive as he jumps forward to Insania, but finally falls. Mickey's got the damage to bring down the PA as there's no buyback on Frost. Kept for 80 seconds. Era being chased down by Boxy. He's got the Timber Chain to keep himself on top of Chessie and Era. The Dragon Tail from Poitras there, along with the Eclipse, to ensure they have the damage to bring down the Kunkka. His Alliance
Boxy's
take the
still
2
chasing.
cores.
He's
They'll
down.
still find Era potentially. He's got the super.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Right click? And, you know, that's a play. He's found the counter.
That's good stuff. Era will get out, but they've lost their 2 cores. Absolutely, it's 80, close to 90%. Look what Alliance is doing. Ours is only 74%.
I think because it takes all the stats in mind.
I mean, to be okay, it likes PA, isn't it?
It does like
it
PA.
sees PA.
Yes.
It's like, oh, this hero wins a lot of games, so obviously the PA team must win.
You see how long he was stunned? How long? And other than that, no one is punished. And they're just going to walk down mid now. Timber can show, but oh god, they're just going to find Hanskin, aren't they? Hello.
TFT's got a fail on this.
Secret 1 game 1 of Liquid versus
What a
Secret on the outside.
surprise when Liquid played Miracle Techies that they lost. It's as if the game doesn't even matter. G8? No, it didn't. Oh, right. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what Liquid think about those seeding games.
Literally zones the entire team of the line. They gotta be careful though. I don't want to see him die too out of position. There you go, that's fine. No stacks right now on the Boxy Timber. He's gonna have to tank tower a bit.
Still an Aegis on Mickey. Taking a lot of damage there. He might get
Dagger.
Another phase begins.
That was without using any big spells. That pit's gonna go down in just a moment. Boxy at max armor stacks now. He can get in deep, and Mickey is just gonna start beating on that Melee racks. This is the power of Luna.
Get the
Boypa
bounces
still
up.
has his BKB available as well if he needs to. And maybe we're gonna see him use it now. Oh,
Shit. The Satanic though. Oh my goodness. No BKBs left on the board.
They are crushing this. This one
Yeah.
looks to be pretty close to.
Check the Dota Plus win percentage.
As Gaten realised, oh, he's there.
87.
87. There it is. That's the number.
They just needed to take racks first. And
Yeah.
dieback or a PA and an Underlord
It's
without
again, it's
buyback.
just Alliance just getting these drafts, this play style that they're really solid with.
Yeah.
I think two of the big ways we've seen them play is when they do their PA lineups or when they do Luna plus a bunch of beefy strength picks. It's something that Alliance is so good at, and I think when you're drafting against them, you have to be aware of this. And obviously, the TFT have had a lot of games to play. Maybe they just haven't seen this and they haven't realised that this is what Alliance is so damn strong with.
And they probably only have seen Luna last pick. And this was a fourth pick Luna,
GG.
so there was no chance of
Game
them.
on goes to Alliance.
I mean, you guys were all surprised by the last pick Timber as well because the 4-position Centaurs, they assumed it would be a boxy hero. They banned Oracle.
They banned Oracle.
They're expecting a 5.
Yep.
Alliance is like, no, we're going to actually pick an incredible 10 pick here. And I think their draft is great for
They like to play and it works for them, and that's Alliance. And the other side, I see a team that is struggling to find that, so instead they'll just try to have a mix match. What is the patch change that, and the play change that made him so
Everything
good?
was a massive buff.
You gave a free ability to his blur in that you're literally invisible if you don't come within 600 units once it's activated. Strength heroes were buffed in that they all have free magic resist now, and PA does arguably the most physical damage of anything. So you need that in order to kill these strength heroes. It also scales multiplicatively because of the crit, and Magnus Beastmaster are first picks, and ET.
He's dead. There is the frost onto him. May not even need to. Poison on him. 4 poison stacks on him. Another dagger. Pop the poison. Not quite enough. They do need one more hit. Can Frost find it?
PA.
There we go. Set it up for Frost to come in. Oh, okay. Just kidding. Error. He wants the first blood for himself.
Threatens much more so, and has just easier time lasting. So yeah, sure, you're denying every archer, but you get a complete and utter free farm on your tower, and that means that your axe is now free to stack, to rotate, and to do what we see here, just getting aggressive.
Try and find Mickey, but the call's going to be there with a control and a hand scare. Not a kill. You'll be able to walk towards and claim. TFT trying to bring down Mickey.
The amount.
Par that the Mickey Morphlings money will be at.
Really nice game. You're gonna have axe ball. Centaur's spawn.
Whoops.
Jesse, with the rotation, is able to catch out Insania.
Radiant's
He's
middle
just
tower
heading over.
Alright, so I'm getting a word from my boy JJ. Hoof Stomp with level 4 Rubik Aura, stuns for 4 seconds.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Okay.
Make it taking a lot of damage himself here.
Deep it, trying for something.
Where's he going?
Yes, but
middle tower.
he is out of there, diving past the tower.
He didn't buy his Wraith Band either, he lost gold.
Oh no, not the Wraith Band. Smoke up from the final tribe. See if they can catch that Grim Stroke. Lift him up. Pick him off.
So the thing TFT have
Play within the enemy jungle, but in order to utilize it, they want to be able to actually get into that area. Will be tough. TFT is going to look to play that topside dire jungle now that the tier 1 tower is dead.
And TFT wants to set the tempo very high. Well, they can't really if the Rubik is dead. Rubik though, he'll live, especially with Hanskin teleporting in. He's got a Fisher available.
Wow.
He'll use it to steal the last hit.
they spent a little too long trying to go for that. You can't really rely on the sign up too much at this point. It's only 2 hits to remove.
Ooh, Tiger.
So Rubik's going to have to turn around.
Taking quite the beating.
He is going to pop it. Thinking about getting in, but they do have to be careful. TFT can absolutely fight at this point.
Tiger coming in from the south though.
fine. I mean, there's not really too much to do on his own. Kuiper is just the front lines. He just get jumped on.
Shadow Demon.
Why is he there? He has no, like, he has blink and 200 gold.
Double it. Should have used something because he saved the retaliate stack.
That's troublesome. Again, that's one of those examples of where a top team nice.
That's a big snipe though. That's good stolen RPs can be now with new Rubik. It should do. But it should
Surely the channeling would also last longer.
Yeah.
Nice save.
Disruption. And some time.
Why I love you.
Oh, wow. McKay is in the PA form, but there's Hansken.
Oh.
Jumps in, he's got the Echo. The slam onto the two of them. They'll take the Centaur. Okay, we'll be able to slide. Like you're just taking a risk if you're putting Quaff on the TA. I feel like he kind of had to. You know, DK was banned out, but it's going to
Kind of split.
Well, okay, air up. Oh, sorry, no, air up. Jonas and Fan. The Rubik trap.
You can't one-shot replay with traps, but Rubik can.
Yeah.
Oh, nice disruption. Some coming out. Tiger though jumping in with a double call.
Two Kuiper gets a good angle. Alliance will be able to cut down the two of them. Jonas and Fan trying to step forward. He does have a black hole if he feels the need to do so, but he won't need it for that kill as Frost is able to crit down Kuiper.
What is Kuiper doing over there?
I mean,
he got the initial kills.
He was there to get the kill.
Yeah, but he ran up.
Wait, did he?
Yes.
See them.
There's a Sanjin Yasha on the morph. Like, I have not seen this.
We have seen.
We did see it. We have.
I haven't seen it work.
I think it did.
Nisha's I mean,
the call again. Onto the two of the
nice goal.
It's cancelled instantly. The silence is there from Grimstroke's bug. We cancel. Yeah, he's still poking around. They've got the telekinesis point for caught on the front lines. Hansken jumps in. Tiger does go for the call. It's only onto the Shaker for now. Mickey is able to waveform himself away, but Frost tag teams in on top of the axe. Tiger's gone.
Look at the positioning they're taking this fight in. There's
But TFT on that man, they have this BD slamming in life. They are smoked up.
But the Frost over thing.
They're going to jump on error, but TFT.
Well, he bought back in the previous fight 60 seconds without Shadow Demon.
Dagger out, but without the Shadow Demon. They've got to be careful how they take this fight. Jumps there. Tiger does get the grab onto the PA. PA's in trouble. Frost jumps back. Silence will connect onto him. Quickly be removed by himself and his teammates. Mickey's still trying to poke on the side. Poxy has found Chessie. Chessie with the telekinesis trying to hold Kuiper back. Chessie in trouble. He's being focused down. He's feeling your scepter to buy him some time. Frost poking with the dagger from the side, but they've lost Chessie. Chessie dead. Buys back. Wants to keep contesting the rush.
What is happening? It's like TFT 10 minutes of the game.
No one has been farming this entire time. Earthshaker ulti is back up again.
Oh, they got the name back.
Jonas and Fan, good stun as well. They disable two of them. Jonas and Fan's gone. He has no buyback. And Echo! 4 damage there brings Foxy down. Like Frost trying to come in for the soul mine. Is onto the two of them, holding them together. The call again from Tiger, locking down the Shaker. Frost will jump back, but Mickey, he's up to the high ground with the waveform, continuing to chase down TFT. Poison beginning to be spanned out, but the first adapter strikes out on a Frost. He blurs, jumps across towards Chessie. Will be able to keep himself away.
The stroke!
Get a blink. He can get the Guardian Grill.
Bye, Insania.
See ya.
See? Point will be dispelled. Chessie. Got a range of it. Tiger gets
No follow-up.
I'm going to try and commit jump off the hit.
Where's the black hole? Oh, black hole, where's the blink? No blink. Oh, with that, the final trap is not acting.
No one called.
Oh my god.
That is a nice kill for him.
Alliance just forcing them to play scared, and the E-Blade pickup, really just a stroke of genius from Mickey there. You could see with the Centaur synergy, they actually just hunted to zero. And it's all because they can play this triple camp on the high ground. Yeah, that's a 1400 HP hero, and they're in the base.
There might be jumps in, but Tiger's got the call. They've got the now response. The Kuiper's already popped the BKB. It's on 4, but he dies. They lose Enigma. That's not the instant follow they require. They have found Tiger. But that is it. The rest of Alliance standing strong. They do manage to lock off and jump down onto Boxy. Boxy with full Alliance. They did dive for that. They don't get
BKB for that earlier engagement, but Yasha,
He would still die. They would blow him up because
Sure.
he came from the fog.
just don't think the side of TFT was confident looking for fights until that. Trying to get the racks and get
Dire's bottom
a lot of
tower is
dodge.
under attack.
Now you cut mid wave, then you look to take bottom shrine. This is really well done by Alliance. You want to just sweep the map, control runes. Bounties spawn in 45 seconds. Oh,
you can just
Jesus.
dunk it.
Oh, nice use.
Oh, okay, they can tell.
Oh, blade mill.
Frost is playing with fire here. I mean, if he dies there, it's game over.
More mistakes.
Oh, they got Jonathan Fan. They got the Enigma and he's gone with that buyback goal.
Oh no.
He's dead for 50. TFT going to start to crumble.
the taunt onto the PA.
Then a call out Frost.
Oh,
he's
no.
he's out without fire.
Yeah, that's game.
Jesse's surrounded. He uses dagger.
What a shot call. Beautiful play there by Alliance. They smoked 3 separate times in the initial Roche fight. Always to
There's
the
no
mid
PA.
And they go. TFT, they have everything apart from the PA, and he's quite a big old component of this. They do have the black hole and an echo slam, but they don't have that hard
Radiant's
hitter.
middle barracks are under
For
attack.
35 seconds, so they'll have to let at least this mid lane racks go.
Radiant's
Poikfat and
middle
Mickey will
barracks has
clean
fallen.
up the racks.
Oh, waste of a glyph. You know that. Oh,
Maybe a miss. Oh,
Radiant's middle barracks.
so
has
now
fallen.
if you're Alliance,
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
going out just to stop some of the damage.
There we go.
You need to hit the
Radiant's
second
bottom
tracks with
barracks.
that
Yeah,
so as
it's
well. Hit one, hit the second one for the maximum damage output.
Radiant's bottom
the Megas,
has fallen.
if they don't do anything, they're going to try and jump at least onto Mickey, but the Hex is going to be there from Koi for straight back in response. He'll get himself Yules up in the air, buying some time for himself to get out one more fish here, but it misses. Mickey, he's still punching on. Hansken's trying to get back to base. Defensive disruptions there from Error. Dagger starting to come out. Zip back from Mickey. Alliance, they're more than happy
Oh,
to back
Soul
up on
Stampede?
this bottom lane. They do
No,
still
we
have...
didn't retaliate.
They do still have half the racks up top, so they're not megas yet, sorry. There is still a
Minor. So the minor qualifiers are actually going to be very scary as well because you got Nip, you got OG, you got Vega, and you got Final Tribe probably.
Don't you only have like one
2-year qualifiers.
trying to get in there, but they're straight out of there.
play at the major? Find out January 6th at the major.
It's January 17th.
January 17th.
Oh, hang on.
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's get the 3-man call. The Hex is there. Can they keep that Enigma alive? They cannot.
Obliterated.
That's a GG and a half.
What a way to end it.
GG twice. Tips come out on the teammates. This is polite tips, not BM tips.
Ring is under attack.
I felt like TFT needed the front liner. I
Radiant's
think I
middle
said
tower has
when
fallen.
the draft ended, someone
Radiant's
to go
middle
in.
tower
Urshaka does not want to go in like the first one on the one target. If you compare what he does and what the Axe and Centaur does, he usually just goes in and dies, while the other one hangs it and creates a lot of space for his team to actually position for a better black hole, for a
Radiant's
P8.
ancient is under attack.
Did we even see a black hole in this fight?
Yeah, we did. Not this fight. No, because Jonathan Fan got...
There we go. The Ancient Forge, you're going to have to deal with
Alliance make it to the major. Congratulations.